Okay, and I think we're live.
Yes. Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Mountain Bears. I'm Aeson Knight, and of course, with me, as always, is my cub in attack, my lovely Techy Joe. How you doing tonight,
Oh,
honey?
doing pretty good. How about you?
Oh, just tending to be a lot more busier now that it's warmer.
Mm-hmm. That you are. And
Yeah,
so
things
are
like
credit cards.
they haven't been that badly assessed.
Well, but hi, I'm getting some cash back on the Discover.
Well, yeah,
Um,
you're getting it for $151.
aw. No, we put a few more things on that,
Mm-mm.
didn't we? Okay. I
No,
don't know.
I put the wheelbarrow on mine. I put the second round of dirt on mine.
Oh, okay. But still, yeah, the
Yeah.
gardening does have costs.
It does. However, it's highly important, especially nowadays. What we've done this year is we've done a raised cement bed, 2-layer brick, unconcreted, lined bed, and we're planting tomatoes, peppers, cabbage,
Mhm.
rosemary, onions. We've got some chive in there. What else we
Mhm.
got?
We were going to do cucumbers and squash, which we still have to go get, and zucchini. Did you
Yep.
mention zucchini?
No.
Okay. And then I think we are getting some basil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then we're going to put some
marigolds.
marigolds around
Yeah.
because it promotes pollination and
Yep.
keeps the bugs away.
Hey,
Bees
and
love it, everybody else hates it.
do I now?
Bees love it, everybody else hates it.
Well, I think they're pretty.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we'll do pretty good with that considering we have a neighbor that's a beekeeper. Like
Yes.
win-win. Maybe we should send him a bill.
Well, I've done told him to come get his children.
I know, but if we're putting marigolds in the yard, we should at least get honey.
True.
It's a fair exchange.
It's a very fair exchange.
You know
Especially his children that want to, like, I don't know, put you in the hospital.
what? They're not that bad.
Really? You went in the other day because of them.
Well, that was because the one kept trying to pollinate my ear.
True.
I was not a fan of the pollination of my ear.
Well,
And that one couldn't seem to get that not a flower. I know it's pasty white and kind of, shaped like one, but not a flower. Not a
yeah.
flower.
Well, at that time it was a nice paint because you were outside for more than 4 minutes.
Well, true. Look like
Yeah.
a chrysanthemum. I don't know.
Well, at least you don't have cauliflower ears.
Hey, there you go. There's that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But no, we've been doing really good this week. We got outside, we got some nice air, some nice
Yeah.
sun. Um, we got some nice workouts done. We now bought a wheelbarrow because I'm old.
Oh, you did not buy a wheelbarrow because you're old.
Okay, fine. I bought one because I can't heft an 80-pound bag down, 50 feet 7 to 8 times.
Plus the next 7 to 8 times because we bought a lot of dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that was interesting. The first time I've had my gardening done by a calculator.
Hey, it comes in handy.
Halfway.
Hey.
We still had to make a round trip.
Well,
But no, it was an interesting day.
Hey, rude gesture from Mark. Cool.
Hey, Mark. Matter of fact, you're one of our top stories tonight.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. For those that know, a friend of the show, Mark Davis, is doing a little project, one of his many that we get to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
One of the graphics he made right after Pulse, he is now producing additional ones and selling them. And then I think $25 of it goes to making care packages for our neighbors who do not live in a structure. If you will look on either of our pages, yeah, Mark feels like a top. I'm sure he is.
Too much fun.
Huh?
Too much fun.
I know. But so you guys will look on our page. I shared it earlier this week. I'll probably share it again tonight. Get your orders in because he's going to be shipping them out. And we like reaching out and doing stuff like this. We ordered 2. One may become a background piece.
Ooh. Yes.
Yes.
There we go.
No.
There we go.
But no, we love his work. Yeah, and the original was T-shirts. And when we got together, I stole the shirt. It became the boyfriend shirt.
I'm telling you. And I'll give some massive credit for the company that he used for printing the shirts, because you haven't killed it yet.
I know.
I want to know what kind of Teflon this shirt's made out of.
And it hasn't stained.
I mean, I'm just saying. Oh dear, that one didn't even come through. Oh.
Yeah, we made you scared, Mark.
No, I don't think it's that. I think we're having one of those fun moments with Facebook where sometimes what you try to send in a message doesn't exactly come through. So
it's a gift.
Oh my gosh, y'all gotta just see that one. That one's great. He is special.
Yes.
Lack of stain shows lack of effort. Not by any stretch by him. Not at all. No. I've seriously considered keeping giant contractor bags in the car for when we eat out in public or eat in general. What?
But I ain't that bad. And it's more coffee and, I'll just do this. Like, it's no big deal for me to go to the garden and water it. I can't apparently get dirty there.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, we got towels that need bleached that argue otherwise.
Yeah.
No, there was a cute comment made before dinner of, you could do the show in that T-shirt, if it survives. Oh, that's never going to happen.
Going to survive.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hi, Shannon. How are you?
Oh, but no. It's rare when he gets through a meal without, saving some for later.
It happens. Yeah. But no, garden's halfway in. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Woohoo!
Many of us will not be by poolside, as I had hoped, but that's okay.
It will be okay.
Yep. There's always next year.
Yep. But if you take my card and you go over to Harbor Freight and you pick up that giant metal barnyard tub, I will hurt you. One, it will not fit in the car. I've already measured, just to be sure, so that if it shows up here, I don't listen to that one. But it fit in the car. No, you tied it.
Well, first of all, it's not aerodynamic.
No, it's not.
It can't go on top of the car because it will lift the car up as light as it is. 2, I haven't found a trailer hitch for the sucker yet.
Oh, you're looking in the wrong place, but that's okay. It exists. It really does.
I know it exists. It just doesn't look like the little luggage thing that goes on the back of a motorcycle. Just isn't my idea of a trailer.
What?
Yeah.
Are you making fun of my Kia?
No, honey, I'm not making fun of your Kia.
Okay.
I'm just saying the reasons that if I order that, it will be delivered to the house by UPS because I will order it from Amazon.
Oh, God. No. No. UPS has had enough of us. Yeah. We ticked off the UPS guy recently, and he was very professional about it, but the look he gave was kind of like, I'm going to drop a lot of things from now on, just so you know. What was basically the look we got?
Dog food. He better be glad I didn't order potting soil.
Except, and it wasn't our fault. It was Amazon. I don't know what Amazon was thinking. They put 2 bags of dog food and a case of canned cat food in the same box.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh, God. That weighs a metric ton.
I could order the 9 bags of soil I still need for the garden.
No, you can't. No.
Yes, I can. Cheaper than what we're paying.
I order computer equipment. No, you can't.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not happening. Oh, and Mark blames his messes on Bear's cooking.
You can do the same.
No.
Yes.
No. Honey, people have met you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There are Starbucks employees that will call that a lie.
There are Starbucks employees, honey, that want my phone number so they can just deliver.
Yeah. Only adult human I know of I'm seriously considering sippy cups and non-tips.
Hey, I may need tips if this keeps up.
Well, yeah, if you keep trying to rip apart garden hoses.
True.
Yes, he broke a nail. We should all be
2 this week. I need to get to the pedicure office. Somebody hurry and protest it.
Oh, not fair. Not even.
Totally fair. Totally bullshit.
Well, true. No. The newest one I've seen though is apparently beside a McDonald's there is a group of men basically reenacting the crucifixion in protest of how they feel they are being martyred, of their martyrdom feeling. Mark shared that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was great. Loved it. I'm just sitting here like, oh God. You cannot be serious.
If they want to do that, they ought to do it for real. I am so tired of seeing these lousy, and I do mean lousy, crucifixion reenactions. Come on, let's go for some realism.
Oh, come on. I just appreciate the fact that, as much as they complain that the atheists make fun of their religion, it's kind of like, no, y'all are doing this all on your own here. Try taking your own religion seriously. Pro tip.
Mm-hmm. But again, if they want to reenact it, they should have to do it for real. Point blank. 1, those crosses are too short. 2, a child can tie them up better.
Well, but this isn't even that. They just have little stands.
Yeah, those need to go too.
Yeah. I don't know. I figure, advertise it in an incel group. Tell them they'll get nailed.
Yeah.
It'll work.
Yeah. Boom. But no, I've seen that one. I've seen the lovely, shall we call it, super heavy duty truck designed to ride on streets, can't call anything, that thinks calling their governor a word that should be removed from the English language is ridiculous.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
that was not getting to go to the gym.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think you're really making a good case for yourself there. Like, maybe all the testosterone, injections is starting to cause some mental problems.
I agree.
But yes. And hello, Alexandria. So, yeah, no, it's been crazy.
And other good news, apparently during June, Skittles is going gray.
Yay!
Because there only needs to be one rainbow.
Yes.
During that. Which I find that is just wonderful that a corporation who touts themselves as being a taste of the rainbow is going gray.
Yeah. For the month.
For the month.
Oh.
Actually, probably 2 months. Because you got to think of product, shipment, and delivery.
Well, true. There'll probably be some left. And yeah, something tells me there's going to... I don't know, though. See, here's my thing is I don't know if right now with all the other protesting going on, you know, because obviously these are not coordinated individuals. There's a lot of protesting they're trying to do right now, and they can't even spell their signs right. If they're actually going to have the effort to protest against Skittles for this one.
Well, last year it was. I'm waiting to see what Oreo does because Oreo released the Rainbow Oreos. Well, we're actually tasty. Frito-Lay done.
Wait. I never got Rainbow Oreos.
Dear.
Where were my Oreos?
At Pride.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I had no Oreos.
Well, you'll have them hopefully this year.
Okay. A little cranky.
Well, I know. You take your Oreo so seriously.
I do. Basically, you cheated on me with milk.
I didn't cheat.
You had Oreos without me. You had Oreos without me.
No, I haven't had Oreos in almost a year.
Bullshit.
Not bullshit.
I have seen you eat an Oreo in the last year.
No.
You had Oreos without
Oreos.
Don't change the subject.
Order the other Oreos
without me. You just said they were tasty. I did not have any. You had Oreos without me.
No, dear. You had Oreos. We bought them. You ate them.
They were not rainbow.
Yes, they were.
No, they were.
Yes, they were because you commented on the red ones.
Those were the Christmas ones.
Was that the Christmas ones?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I know Oreos.
Fine. Go into Kroger's and click them.
Yes, we are so mature on this show. We are fighting over Oreo colors. Welcome to your Friday night. This is the Mountain Bears.
We've had a bit of fun today. We decided we were going to have dinner out, or our new version of dinner out.
Yes. Well, we had pickup.
Yeah, pickup.
Yes. It was wonderful. Which was a little confusing because apparently someone else has the last name, the same last name. So half our order went with someone else. So we just had a lot of appetizers in a bag. And I went, well, that's cute. That's not going to feed me. Like, where's my bentos?
Yeah.
I am short some bento boxes.
Yeah, but, you know, they were very, very nice. They had it ready in record time. And then they walk out and give me a $10 gift card. And I'm like, really, dude? If you made this mistake when we were sitting in your restaurant, you wouldn't have given us a $10 gift card.
Well, I know, but at the same time, like if we were there, they could just fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was we had to go all the way back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they felt really bad to make and I'm not saying like as you should, but at least acknowledge the fact that we had to drive all the way back there to get the rest of our dinner because I'm literally holding appetizers.
Yeah.
I mean, what am I supposed to do with that?
Well, true, but I also find that they're being a lot more nicer.
Well, yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people, or a lot of restaurants at least, a lot of restaurant people are really sensitive right now.
Yeah.
That, everyone's still a little dicey on eating out, going out, spending money in restaurants. And now's probably not a good time to take a lot of people off. And the fact that we were gracious about it, like we were just like, hey, what?
Yeah, what's our
in a bag here?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, that's where, okay, got it now. And that's when they started to explain that, we had someone else call in, like I just got off the phone with them, that had way too much food.
Yeah.
And it was like, what? This is not what we ordered.
Right.
So, it was cute. It was funny. Got love the double last name. Or the same last name, two families, two orders, same time.
Again, I think we're going to move to Arrington and just be done with it.
That's a theory. But
with the K.
No. I've been at the beginning of the alphabet for way too long.
Yeah. You'll be fine. You're not in middle school anymore.
No.
We can do KN hyphen. That way you'll still be at the, it's like the McCartys. They always put them at C instead of at M.
All right. No. Oh, come to Massachusetts. Okay. Oh, yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah.
No, well, he wants to do it with a K, and I'm just like, oh, dear God. Like, no, that's too far down the alphabet. Like, no, I can't live there. I don't know how to do it.
You'll do fine. Okay, so some things that pissed me off this week. Lori Loughlin is only getting 2 months. 2 months for wire fraud.
Yep. Kind of sad. Well, actually, I have. Well, I mean, and it is way down the sorry. Commentary was, have you seen my last name? And it's like, yes, I have. And I actually went to school with someone that had your last name. And it's a little further down there. I mostly tease. You would think the A's would keep you kind of at the front. No. I had to go to school with a girl whose last name was Alexandra. So, yeah, always in front of me. Always. Always. Every class we had together. All 13 years of school. This girl was in front of me. Because, of course, we lined up alphabetically. What else would we do? Only problem with that being is she had a ponytail about this long ever since kindergarten. And, like, the ability to, like, neck whip like it was a bullwhip. It was great. Great.
So now I understand the opposement to long hair.
But not an opposement to pulling it, and not gently. Because there are only so many years of being smacked in the face with a ponytail before I jerked that. Yeah. It was great. I enjoyed it. Our teacher did not. But you know what? She slowed down. Like, thank you. Thank you. Like, because I could put up with having to brush it off my papers every time she moved so I could see what I was doing. Like, I'd be writing and it would just fall. And it's like, okay. And continue writing. Okay, and continue writing. This was half my school day.
Huh?
This was half my school day. It was like moving her hair. It was. I have never, like, I was really tempted at one point to be like, shh, and done with it.
Yeah, charged with assault.
Eh. Oh, please. As many teachers had watched her punch me at that point.
Yeah, but I think you'd come home with at least 2 black eyes.
Oh, sure. That's a given. There would be no way around that.
Right.
She would have beat me to within an inch of my life, but it takes a while for hair to grow back.
I don't know. We're going to see, because Aeson's not getting a haircut for a while.
True.
It may be this time next year.
Wow.
I know. If we keep looking at the timeline. Now, we did get good news. I am going to be able to begin live appointments again, as long as we do not spike again like we done yesterday.
Yeah. So, and looking about, what, 2 weeks now?
We're looking at 3.
Okay.
Yeah, 3. Well, we're in week 1.
Of that. So, yeah. So 2 more.
Yeah.
2 and a little change.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Yeah. And hopefully by then our masks will have arrived. If they haven't, I don't know. It has been the weirdest thing.
Well, ordering in general has been the weirdest thing. Oh, the CDC guidelines for school. Oh, no, I have not.
No.
Oh, wow. Okay. But yeah. Back to real school. Ooh, yeah, no. Why? It's the end of May. Like, Jesus, what are they showing up for? 5 minutes?
No, she's talking about next year.
Oh, sorry. Got it now.
See, I don't think that you can do a learning environment with these, 6 foot apart guidelines.
Well, well, we'll have to wait and see how that goes, but a Doctor Who mask. So awesome. That would be cool. But yeah, no, the I don't know what back to school is going to look like. I think that's going to be kind of crazy. Like, just in theory, that's going to be really weird. Especially like I don't know, maybe you're in a school system that has really decent class size. And I mean that in terms of floor plan. But yeah, no, we're in West Virginia. These schools were built for like 25 kids in a room, and they laugh at that now.
Yeah, most of them have at least 30.
If not 40 something.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Ooh, no cafeteria or gyms. Well, someone's happy. Oh. God. Is that even like a thing though? Is there like 6 feet apart in the classrooms though?
There is.
That's where we're at. Oh, plastic dividers between students? Oh yeah. My God. It's like permanent in-school suspension. I only went once. It was worth it.
But again, I can't see this working out, even for special ed students. I think it's terrible for special ed students. Well, I mean, because they need hands-on or virtual.
Well, more importantly, if you're talking about that for special ed students, that's like jumping way back in time.
Yeah.
Because I remember that class setup.
Yeah.
Like that was scary.
Yeah.
That was totally not cool. Dividers, same teacher all day. Ooh, God, no.
And dividing up the halls.
See, what I'm afraid is going to happen is a whole bunch of people are going to get gung-ho all of a sudden and think they can homeschool. And we've seen the one story with some wealthier parents were looking to basically band together and get private tutors.
Yeah.
Basically, they all chip in and have private tutors for their kids. Well, I mean, I understand it. I mean, I get the concept, at least in theory, that, if you're not, kind of mingling about and circulating about, and you're not, you're reducing your spread, but still.
Yeah, but think about it.
Don't.
That's more of a prison.
Well, and exactly, you get no lunch break. Yeah. Well, and exactly, these kids are going to go nuts.
Exactly. I don't think.
I mean, you might pull that off with like high schoolers. They've at least got some more control over themselves. But the whole point of recess was to wear the little buggers out.
Right.
Like, settle them down.
Well,
like, burn it off.
Right. I don't think this is going to work in physical use. I don't think parents are going to go for it.
I think you're going to be really uncomfortable with it.
Exactly. And,
I think it's going to be a very good setup.
I don't think it'll work in secondary and third education, especially with students that take college classes.
Yeah. And then it brings up the question of what do we do if that doesn't work? Like, I don't know.
I think that they need to go to multi-level education. You have some students that go to class because they need to and they fit those guidelines. You have other students that do not go to a physical classroom, but go to a class, but do online.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
And we're going to change the way we educate.
Well, and I think they can have some very good benefits for students, but I think it's going to be a nightmare, like at least in terms of the classroom, educators, who has a job, who doesn't, what are you doing here? And I think if it gets to the point where you have school systems where teachers are working from home, I think you're going to start seeing a really kind of bad situation for those teachers.
See, I don't think so. I think that as long as they adapt, they can do well in that. Yeah. I mean, because you're going to have students like me. Like, if there is a student out there that had my 11th grade year, they're screwed in this.
Yeah.
Because my 11th grade year, I went to 11th grade English, 11th grade math, and then I went to tech.
Yeah.
To college for the rest of the day.
Right. Well, and then there's just the generalities of it. Like your high school period is is kind of like the prep for your college period if you choose to go.
Right.
In that, not everyone's taking all the same things. It's not, math, English, it's not all the same stuff. I'm just wondering how those students are going to get put together.
Right.
That's what I would worry about is like, how do you, like, that sounds like a logistics nightmare.
Exactly.
That if you're going to try to have, a group of students that need 12th grade English, are going to do, like, say, English 101, a college prep course, that kind of thing, to get that college credit. And you're going to have a group and in that group, you've got, people taking calculus instead of, business math. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how you're going to work that out. Otherwise, half that educational day is just crap for them.
Right. Yes, we do have a major internet problem here in West Virginia. Hello, this is May. We've got May, June, July, and August. Now, if Trans-Allegheny Power System could unify and electrify Southern West Virginia in 3 months, that includes building power plants. Why can we not get the internet going?
Oh, she was asking psychically.
Oh, psychically? I don't think it's going to be the way they do it.
Okay. Sorry, I was sitting here trying to imagine this as like an actual thing, and I'm just like, that's going to be a total nightmare.
Right.
Like, I think that's one of those things someone can say, and maybe you could do with, like, K6, K5, maybe you could pull that off, because I remember my K6 time, and yeah, we could have done that. Like, realistically, it wouldn't have been that big a deal, and we would have just had a lot of really wore out teachers. But compared to the teachers we had K through 4, because 5th and 6th we started moving around. But K through 4, like, we had the same teacher all day long. Like, their planning periods were at lunch, and they alternated that bad boy around.
Okay. From the way I'm looking at it, card wise, you're going to be looking at what you don't have. You're going to be looking at the things that aren't the same, but you're going to have to lead with your heart with this. When we look at education in general, we're seeing the Ten of Swords, which is, giving up and moving on because the situation isn't right. The Hermit card, which I also call the work from home card. And then the Page of Wands, which I would put at probably May, June. And yes, I know my cards are still doing that funny little thing that they do.
Yeah, that part's weird. But yeah, no, she is pointing out the end of the year has been a total shit show for her.
Yeah.
And a lot of drama between the people that work with her.
Well, there's a lot of drama in general there, because that school's going through a refatification, and it's going through an aging cycle too. May or June of next year, yeah. You'll have your job to get back to normal school.
So you're thinking, well, what she's, I guess, asking is, would they start back in September?
No.
Modified? Or
I think
like,
this is going to be the year of online or limited classroom time. And like rotating out. Like Monday they do English with Mrs. Carter. Tuesday they do math with Mr. Zahn. Wednesday they do science with Mrs. Alexandria. But it's a whole 8-hour instructional time.
Yeah, that's going to be ugly. I'm going like K through 6. Maybe you could get to like 7 and 8 with that. But once you get past 8th grade, though,
yeah,
I mean, that's where everyone starts kind of like, going different directions. Like, some people have art, some people just take the minimum requirement of it. Some people are doing newspapers, some people are doing yearbooks, some people are doing this. I guess, and I think that's kind of where she's asking is, like, if they do go this route, like, how on earth would we pull that off? Sorry, I just find it interesting.
Right. I don't know how they're going to pull it off, but I'm saying that a good bit of it will be either half day or teach from home days.
Very true.
Many colleges have already announced they are not going back the fall semester.
Well, and looking at the problem from a different direction is it could just be the year of the homeroom.
Yeah.
Is that effectively everyone's working independently, headphones, etc., and they're just stuck in a homeroom.
Right.
This person's working on math and English, and this one's on English, and this one's taking, calculus, and this one's taking geometry, and that would be frightening. I can't imagine one-on-one and in a student's home. Ooh, I don't think that's going to end well.
I don't think that's going to move well.
I mean, just as a general theory.
Yeah.
Like, because again, I think you're going to have a lot of teachers that are going to end up getting the raw end of that deal, because the county is not going to pay for that.
Right. Well, technically they have to.
Yeah. Watch and see.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, depending upon how many students someone has, divided by the number of days in their school calendar, because, like, let's take West Virginia, we have a 180 minimum. So if we're talking about 180 class instructional days, how many, how many students could you possibly see? Not to mention, does the county even begin to have the ability to logistics this out, like UPS package delivery? Well, or is it going to be like, here, shoot from this end of the county to this end of the county and back again, like they do with home health nursing?
Right. And I think that'll have to take a lot of scheduling and a lot of work. I don't think they're going to go that option.
Yeah, I would hope not.
No, that'll be the most expensive and the most tiring for students. And the most putting teachers at risk.
Yeah.
Like N95 and gloves all day long would be cheaper than N95 times 6, because that's about the amount of students you can see in a day.
Well, now they could go with an alternating schedule. Because I know in another, in a tragic incident that happened in Princeton, my little hometown, many years ago, the high school burned. And what they ended up doing was, for them at that point, they were doing a split day. So I believe it was the elementary school students went to their normal elementary school in the mornings, and they swapped out at lunch, and the high school students came in.
Right. I agree. I think that's probably what I'm looking at, Sharon, because I think there's going to be a lot of work from home. Like industry-wise, we're seeing it take over. College-wise, and college normally leads the way for high schools.
Yeah. Well, either that or do like a fifth of your students a day.
Yeah.
Spread it over the 5 days, bring in 1/5 of the students.
They
go once a week. They get their assignments. They check in. They take any tests, quizzes, etc. And then rotate through that way. That way there's less people at one time.
Right.
We could rotate through. It would be semi-reasonable. They're still doing online classes. Well, and that's very true. Work from home is a lovely thing.
Yeah, and it works a lot better for students that can move at their own pace. See, and the service students is going to be the ones that have the most difficulty, especially our severe ones.
Yeah. Okay, expand on that.
Well, if you have a student that is BD, they can't sit for 8 hours. They can't function blocked in for 8 hours. If you have an ADH student, they can't stay in one subject that they don't have an interest in for 8 hours, or multiple subjects. That's going to be a nightmare for them. They might as well stay home and watch movies. Students with autism, trying to keep them 6 foot apart away from a teacher is dangerous.
Well, and moreover, just the fact of getting, like, for certain students, there is a need for physical contact. And I'm not saying, like, anything inappropriate. It's just physical touch is calming. And moreover, little kids, they fight.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, but they do. And it's stupid, and they will forget about it and whatever. But the fact that they may end up in more trouble because of a situation in the world they can't understand.
Yeah. And John makes a good point here about his son needing the socialization. That's being cut down and greatly much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and I think the parents need to be involved in these decisions, and they need to be case by case.
Well, yeah, and especially for schoolwork. That no, sorry, that's crap. And not to be, I'm just going to be rude. Those are apparently students not going to college because that's not going to fly.
Yeah, well, that's because she's working with students that aren't going to college.
Okay, understanding now.
Yeah.
But no, sorry, that's just kind of like that's the deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand if you have a class that and a teacher that hands out an excessive amount of homework, that yeah, you would get or an excessive amount of classwork, period, that you would get kind of revolt against it. But come on, guys.
Yeah.
Like you're getting to hang out in your pajamas and in some cases probably roll out of bed whenever you want to, which should be a good thing.
Yeah, but that's the statement of a lot of BD and a lot of LD students is that no, I ain't doing it. I ain't sitting here for the third week in a row and describing a noun to you on my time.
Could understand that.
You know,
well, and then again,
our educational system when it comes to LD students sucks.
It can, and there's also the issues of some learning disabled students are not learning disabled.
Right.
And I say that from experience. I've gone to school with kids that were not learning disabled. That were point blank in a situation where they were taught to be learning disabled because mommy needs a check. And I hate that. Especially one kid always pops into my head when I think about that, and that's exactly the son his mother pulled. And he was a very bright kid, but at like the age of 7, he was bright enough to understand I can either, live up to my potential and do the work, or I can play dumb and eat. So I can play dumb and eat, or I can act, live up to my potential, work to my potential, and starve.
Right. Well, it's like me. I'm dyslexic. Everybody knows by now I'm dyslexic. If you haven't figured it out, I am. I had to sue the board of the county that I lived in for a use of a laptop in school.
Well, not even a laptop.
It wasn't even a laptop. It was a word processor.
Because it had a floppy disk drive.
Oy. No, actually, I was going for the laptop. We settled on a word processor.
Okay. Sorry, I remembered that part of the story.
Yeah, I was going for a laptop. We ended up with a word processor. I wasn't asking the county to pay for it, but I had to sue my way out of special education.
Yeah.
At like grade 8. And at grade 11, I was taking pre-college courses and college courses.
And hopefully, I always hope that times have changed a little bit, at least a little, it would get a little better. But I also have a cousin that had to jerk her grandson out of school.
Yeah.
Because she was like, what is this? Long story how she became the guardian, but shorter version, she had to jerk him out of school because it was like, this is ridiculous. Like, you're calling me down here every 5 minutes because you can't handle him. You can't follow an IEP. You can't figure out how to work with him. And all you're doing is instigating problems with him. Like, he's a pretty, straightforward, clean-cut kid. You've got to be creating this.
Right.
Like, and again, knowing the kid, he isn't bad. There are specific things you do not do. Because no, he's not going to react well to that.
All right.
And these are not normal things. Like this is not like, let's, go to lunch. This is like, you have to specifically kind of get in his face.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to instigate with him. And yeah.
Right.
It's like,
yeah. So, maybe schools have changed. This is the time for school to change.
Mm-hmm.
And get the schools functioning. We have time to come up with plans. I don't think the CDC has the right plan for all students, but I think it's going to take parents, students, and teachers to work it out.
Yeah. Well, and it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
Like, I would just go ahead and even, non-psychically say that it's going to probably take the entire first semester to figure out something that works.
Mm-hmm.
And how to make it work and how to not make this worse.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say it's probably going to be next spring before, we have something that functions.
Right.
And reasonably.
Well, I also think we'll have a vaccine by then.
Yeah, I still don't know on that one.
They've already done they had the DNA sequencing done. They can make the vaccine. Granted, conspiracy theories are abound.
Yes.
Especially among the Republicans. Like 43% Republicans believe that this is all a conspiracy theory.
Yeah. Great.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, we got a president taking a drug that's proven to be deadly.
If he's taking it.
If he's taking it. We can't believe a word he says.
No.
We do have a vice president that isn't taking it because his physician has not recommended it to him, who can't manage a healthcare crisis. We've seen it when he was a governor. I just think that it's ironic that we're now having this. Like, did he not learn from his first job?
No. Moreover, what we're really not talking about is, I think that for a lot of people, there was kind of this understanding when Pence totally fucked up HIV prevention and failed to respond to an HIV epidemic happening in his state, that there was this assumption that, okay, this is because of like his biblical beliefs, and that, okay, those are shitty, but on a level you could understand it. And go, well, okay, so that's what he did to people he doesn't like. And everyone voting for him, or voting, in that election, was thinking, we're not part of that group. And it's like, no, you're not understanding here. Turns out, the problem isn't just with the gays. It's not that Mike Pence has a gay problem. He has a anyone worth less than a few million problem.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to try something.
Okay, what happened?
We got sent in a graphic of the CBC rules.
Ooh.
So I'm going to try to share that so that we can take them point by point. All right, we may crash. If we do, we'll be right back. But we're getting a warning about that.
What?
We're getting a warning over this, that it may crash us through the yard.
Oh, dear God. I can't even see it.
All right, I'll read them off to you.
Oh, good, because I can't read them.
Well, yeah. Let me see if I can make it bigger.
Embiggen. Well, that's getting better. All right. Scroll it around. Do the hokey pokey. Turn yourself around. All right, here we go. New CDC guidelines. Wear masks over the age of 2. No sharing of any items or supplies. All belongings in individual cubicles. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm not trying to be rude. I just want to verify because we
Okay.
are working with a graphic,
Mhm.
and there's been a lot of crap floating around.
No, this is what's came out because I was reading it earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
We can't
Consideration for
get kids that
school.
are at age 2 to wear to wear shoes. We expect them to wear a mask for 8 hours.
Oh, what, over second grade did it say, or age of
Age
2?
2.
Oy, that's gonna be fun.
No sharing of items or supplies, all belonging in individual cubes or labeled containers. No sharing of electronic devices, toys, games, learning aids.
Ay, 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 ay,
We're
ay.
at schools that can barely get enough books for their students. That they now have to purchase individual blocks, individual toys, individual learning aids.
Oh, we can't even get money for Kleenex and glue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's going great.
Desks 6 foot apart, all facing the same direction.
Well, typically. Well, I don't know. A lot of classrooms went with like the learning tables.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know that. Well, like there's a lot of different styles for that, like working in groups and you rearrange the desk. Yeah. Okay.
Distance one child
Per
per seat, skipping rows.
So our 65 buses pass the house each day would more than likely become 130.
No, go up one more.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah. Sneeze.
Sneeze guard and
Okay, so I see the. Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing that now. Okay, one. Have you been to a school in West Virginia? One-way routes and hallways, tape on sidewalks and walls to assure kids stay 6 feet apart. Again, have you been to a school in West Virginia? Like, psst, that is never going to work.
No.
Oh my God.
Shared spaces, cafeterias, playgrounds, physical barriers or screens between sinks and bathrooms. Only prepackaged boxes or bags of food instead of cafeteria food. Children eat in classrooms. No field trips, assemblies, or external organizations in the school. Limit volunteers and visitors. Same child stays with the same staff all day. No switching groups or teachers. That is miserable.
Oh gosh.
Staggle arrival and departure time for students to limit exposure to crowds of kids.
Okay, well, the staggering I could see working. But I'm afraid what would happen is it's going to look. But again, that's going to get weird.
Yeah, it hasn't worked yet.
Yeah.
Daily health and temperature checks.
Here's the thing. I'm trying to visualize it in terms of a normal school day. Like, I'm trying to visualize my senior year under this, and then having to stop and pull myself back out of it and go, but no. That's not how that's going to work.
Right.
Because, again, you're not going to have all the different classes. You're not going to have, well, in a way you will, but it's not going to be the same kind of thing. I don't know. I get the idea. I'm just trying to visualize it and go, okay, how would you make that work? And it's like, I don't know.
You don't. You can't.
Well, can't is a big word. I don't know that it's impossible.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I don't think it's going to work all that well.
No, I'm thinking of a math situation of it. currently in classrooms. The last time I was in a classroom, there was 30 students there.
Okay.
5 desks back and 5 over. Or 6 desks back and 5 over.
Okay.
We're going to take half those desks out. Half of them out.
Yeah.
Where are those students going to go?
Yeah. No, well, and same thing, like, even my elementary school, we had my elementary school had the baby desks.
Uh-huh.
Because elementary school. At least for the earlier grades. And those rooms were tight with those.
Yeah.
By the time we got to 5th and 6th and started getting the bigger desks, yeah, that classroom was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't move.
Yeah.
We were, like, really was the honor system for not cheating. Let's put it that way. That's how close the desks were.
Right. And now we're going to take that desk and we're going to box it in with this plastic partition because you have to have a sneeze guard between them.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think that's going to end up with a lot of classes in tents.
Yeah. In the middle of winter.
Trailers or something.
Yeah.
Or potentially taking over cafeteria spaces as class space and gymnasium space as class space.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get the separation out.
And what are we going to do with our curriculum? Because, believe me, gym is a required class to pass 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade.
Oh, requirements can be done away with in education. Just look at Betsy DeVos. Oh wait, that's standards, not requirements. Standards.
Right.
Standards. Darn it. Sorry, making fun of her just makes me happy every time I do it.
Yeah. Basically middle and high school lab stations of the 70s for your students. And they're going to have to triple their buses. And we're going to lose the students that need special education. We're going to lose the students that are trying to get an early start on college.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to lose teachers that are specialized, trained to teach a subject.
Well, and moreover, you would have to look at this, and that's kind of where I was going with it, is, okay, if you're going to have these students stay in one spot, and you're going to recreate the one-room schoolhouse with these kids, that at least, hopefully, presumably, are all one grade level, or at least one, like, class track. It's going to get interesting quick.
Yeah.
Again, K through maybe 7, 8 might not be too horrible, but high school years,
I know,
horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, because again, I'm looking at it as like, okay, K through 4, you are pretty much all doing the same thing. Mostly. There's some AP stuff. There's some gifted stuff. There's some things going on there. Okay. Then you turn around, 5th and 6th, you start moving around. But again, you could do away with that. You're going to mess up some things, but okay. 7, 8, and 7, 8, 9, maybe you could potentially, to the detriment of a lot of kids, let's face it, a lot of kids, shove everyone together. Not a good plan, but would work. But by the time you're talking high school kids, I think you're going to have a train wreck.
Yeah.
Especially coming out of this is the way it's been. To this is the nightmare of your senior year.
Right.
This is the nightmare of your junior year. This is the nightmare. Yeah.
No proms, no homecomings, no football squad, no cheerleading squad, no drama club, no external exercises, no Christian faith ministry, no nothing. What are these kids going to do? We're going to have dropout rates the size of Texas.
Well, I don't even think it's going to be dropout rates. I think kids are going to be clamoring to go home.
Yeah.
Like, screw this. Screw this. Let me do an online class. Like, because there are online curriculums for home education. And not all of them are bad, and not all of them are faith-based.
Right.
But I think you're going to see a lot of kids clamoring to do that. Like, I'm a friggin' prisoner.
Right.
I mean, unless within that cubicle spectrum, you're going to go with a homeroom model. You know, like, this is your homeroom. This is where you stay all day. You know, and you're working electronically, again, in schools that can offer this, but working electronically, but then it goes back to the same point of, why not be at home?
Well,
why not be at home?
Their current school was based off of Victorian factory work. This new school system looks like it's based off of call center work.
In a bad way, yes.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, should more so say more about the way what we've accepted in employment versus what we're talking about for education.
Yeah.
That if honestly we're sitting here going, you can't do that to children. And when we talk about children, we're talking K-12, and all the way through, we're thinking this is crap. K-12, 12 being the emphasis, that this is crap. But how many of those 12th graders turn around and get a job that sounds exactly like this?
Yeah. Go into your box, do your work.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say this. If you have children, start opting and getting them used to being at home and taking school from home, especially if you value their education. Don't care the age.
Again, though, that, and it's kind of where Sharon was. Shannon was. Sorry, you're going to mess me up on her name forever.
No.
There is a serious concern there for some kids that a lot of things come out in the classroom. A lot of issues get dealt with that aren't education in the classroom. When you really stop and think about it, a lot of your learning disabilities are found at the classroom level. A lot of your visual difficulties are found at the classroom level. A lot of your behavioral issues are found at the classroom level. And a good chunk of that's going to have something to do with socialization. But you're also dealing with a lot of other stuff.
Right.
You know, parent death, grandparent death. You know, mommy and daddy are getting a divorce. You know, there's a lot of stuff happening in kids' lives. Like, we think that there are these, like, and I never got that. Like, we sit here and talk about young minds as these giant sponges just soaking up everything. Yet we think that we are sitting here having conversations in front of kids they don't get.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, I'm sorry, I was probably in 3rd grade when I understood what breast cancer was. Why? Because people kept talking about it, about a relative with it, in front of me. Like, I'm some stupid kid who doesn't understand what boobs are or what cancer was.
Yeah.
Duh.
Then we got, you know, Lori Loughlin and the parents of Rich buying their kids' way into college, but only gets 2 months.
Well, yeah, and there's that.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, that separate version of the farce of education. But again, when you stop and think about it, a lot of that comes out because there are other people looking and going, how did you do that?
Well, I don't know. The girl not showing up for classes, but YouTubing every day.
Yeah.
Might be a clue.
Yeah.
not being able to play the sport you got a scholarship for might be a clue.
Good clue. Good clue. But again, if we're in a situation, well, and then there's also the fact of what I've seen at least is there's a lot of competition now and a lot of emphasis placed by colleges on extracurricular activities and extra classes and volunteerism and for everything from scholarships to admissions to
everything else.
Everything. That, like, what's that going to look like?
Well, that is
a group of kids that are like, so what did you do your senior year? And it's going to be like, nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I sat in a prison farm cube and, did the same thing as everyone else.
Right.
Yeah, don't know that's going to work too well.
I don't think it's going to work well at all. I don't think that our seniors of 2021 are going to have a hard time getting into college.
Well, and again, we're also looking at colleges going through the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I doubt these guidelines change much.
No.
And that also brings up, okay, hi, can we talk about college dorm rooms?
Mm-hmm.
Like, good God.
Right.
It was almost impossible to get 6 feet apart from a roommate in one of those rooms.
Again, they're going online this year.
This year?
Yeah.
If they're going back in the fall.
No.
Or the spring or the next year, like,
right.
What is this? What could this look like?
Well, what this could look like, if they have a brain behind their elbow, is our college freshmen, sophomores, juniors are doing classes online at home. It's more affordable because you're just paying for your books and your classes. You're not paying for the life plan. However, this does put into damage our GBLT community who is trying to get away from their parents, or that is their only hope to get away.
Well, moreover, these are, again, students that are going to miss out on a large part of that experience.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, there's a lot of people that either grow up or fuck up during that first semester of college and crawl and throughout that 4 to 7 year plan of college. Again, if you get to the 7-year plan, you screwed up along the way, and that's okay. But you hopefully learn some things,
right?
Like how to show up on time, how to study, how not to waste money,
how to not party before your final.
Well, things. Yeah. Or like one of my college roommates, how to be great in or find a program of study that was okay with the fact that he was a functional alcoholic.
Yeah.
I had that roommate. Mean Jello shot. And could make a lot of them all at once. He was very, very industrious. At not doing the things he ought to have been doing.
Right.
But he was a very likable guy, and unsurprisingly, he went into marketing.
Hey, they need an alcohol budget. At least most marketers do. Yeah. So, switching over to a little bit more fun, what are you watching on TV?
Well, I have been absolutely loving CBS's Why Women Kill. I believe that's the name. Let me double check. Yes, Why Women Kill. Loving it. I am just into episode 9 of season 1. It is absolutely amazing. It really is. It's an awesome show. It was one of those, CBS has really advertised the hell out of it. And totally worth it.
Yeah. The other one that I thought is Upload.
Upload was really good. That is a Prime show and dearly loved it.
Mm-hmm.
That was a hell of a cliffhanger. If you've watched it, that's a hell of a cliffhanger. Like, if there's not a season 2, I'm canceling my Prime. Doesn't
No,
have to be this year. Oh, but I will. Oh, but I will. Because I would be that mad. Because that upload.
You can cancel your Prime Video. You cannot cancel your Prime shipping. It's now a utility.
Watch me.
And then we have my recommendations is, of course, Discovery, Star Trek Discovery, loving it on CBS. Just started watching Schitt's Creek. I know I'm behind the times. That's been out for a while.
Yeah, you were describing that one to me, and I don't know. Somehow that didn't sound any good.
Well, it's a rich family that owns a town that loses everything but the town.
Okay, but when you described it to me, it actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
What I remember of it, like when it was being advertised, sounded nothing like that.
Yeah.
It sounded like crap.
Yeah.
Like literal. Schitt's Creek. But no, like that sounds a little bit better. Like if someone had put it to me that way, I might have gone for it.
Ooh, I'm liking how she thinks.
Oh, yeah, I'm okay. No, still no. They cancel upload before they do a second season. Like, at least give me a Firefly level movie. Like, that's what I'm going to require out of them for me to be okay.
Yeah.
Like, upload has to at least have a Firefly movie.
Okay.
To make me happy. Otherwise, I will cancel.
And I like how she puts this, and I find it interesting that you're watching a show. It's called How Wild Women Kill. Yeah, and she makes a clear threat here. If her husband cuts her Prime Video, she'll strangle him. I can agree with that. I think we've gotten to where we need that. Either ocean sounds or murder mystery or the first 48, something that has a nice drone sound to it.
You know what I like the sound of when I'm sleeping?
Depends.
Nothing. That's a lovely droning sound.
Your body does not agree with you.
And
here's why. If the music is playing on the She, you'll sleep all the way night through.
Okay.
All the way to your alarm. If the music is not on, you are all over that bed.
Oh, it's a conditional threat. He doesn't do it, then no worries. And part of being a good fan is the agonizing pain of having your shows canceled and living through the pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, right now, I still like CBS. Like, I'm one more network of disappointment away from a, like, serial spree killing. And that's because ABC. ABC done me dirty too many times.
Well,
I will not even watch an ABC series. I will not even start. They have screwed me over.
Right. But speaking of that, it actually brings up a good point that we learned earlier this week. There may be some more Stargates. They're currently in talks. What we found out is with Stargate Universe, the problem was MGM went bankrupt in the middle of their season. So I'm hoping Stargate Universe gets picked back up. I'm hoping that MGM either releases the rights out of the bankruptcy or allows someone else to make it. Which
not to be rude, but that was the shitty Stargate.
No, that was the good one.
No, okay. Seriously? You're just going to go after Eli? All you want is your chubby boy back.
Well, I want Eli back. I want the ship back. And I'll take their colonel back too. And the dumb straight dude.
That is not cool. That's not cool.
Midnight Texas?
Oh, I've heard a little bit about that. I'm thinking that's one of those lovely channels that I see, but he's always chubby in my heart and somewhere else. But you know, what I like me some Eli too. I can't deny that. I can turn the sound off and watch SGU. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, see, but we got that. We got that with once. Like, come on. You had Mr. Gold. Okay, okay. We will check out Midnight Texas.
See, but that made me question. There's another one called Midnight. There's a book called. Oh, I can't remember the title of it, but it is about a vampire hunting group. That's actually one of the dudes is a vampire. Midnight New Orleans. Awesome, awesome, awesome book. If they ever make that a show, I will actually sit down and watch that without my laptop.
Oh, nice, 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 nice.
Yes.
But no. See, I would have rather them brought back, though, Stargate Atlantis. Like,
Okay.
give me some more McKay. I'm all about some McKay.
We could do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I also
like,
would like
find a way. Find a way. But anyway, sorry, I'm good now.
Yeah, but that explains why, like, Firefly didn't continue, Atlantis didn't continue.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds right up your alley.
That does sound right up my alley.
Or if it's not right up his alley, let me tell you what's going to happen is he's going to sit there the whole way through the show going, that ain't how that works. That is not what that is like. They done did that wrong. Because I made the mistake of trying to sit down and watch a movie with him once that had a psychic theme to it. Oh, hell.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason I don't normally watch those.
He turned into the worst person to ever take to a movie. You know, the kind that you hope chokes on the popcorn. And if they can't do it on their own, you will help.
Oh.
Yeah, see, that doesn't do anything for him. He just keeps talking.
Hey, I shut up halfway through after you handed me some gummy berries.
Bullshit.
Okay.
He still kept talking with a mouthful of gummy bears.
Ooh, we will check that out.
We will.
Because we're always looking for TV to keep me entertained. Unfortunately, I am tired of boy meets boy. They fall in love. One of the parents hates them. They run away and become fabulous. I am tired of the heartwarming drag queen that adopts a child and raises it as her own. I am tired of Romeo meets Juliet and something takes over their life. And I am sick and tired of some weird plague toying and taking over the world.
I'm just tired of gay series that involve, like, unrealistic men.
Yeah.
Like, could we just stop? Like, if I can't tell the difference between your gay series and a porno, can we just stop?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, the only good, and even it was a little, like, porno-esque, the only good gay movie I've really truly seen, and purely gay, male meaning, was Open Cam. It was a lovely murder mystery whodunit kind of setup. Great movie, loved that one. But that's been it. Like, and then lesbians get better movies. Like, I can really watch some lesbian cinema. Like, apparently lesbians do not just start gelling off like 5 minutes in and just, like, don't care about the plot.
Well, I'll have to debate that because I like Pose. Pose has done well. And then, oh, come on. Back your high school years, gay, Cinemax. Philadelphia group of gay guys.
Talking about like Real World or something?
No.
Please keep in mind I did not have Cinemax.
Oh, okay. I made a comment about your drawing tablet being
Queer as Folk.
Queer as Folk, yes.
See, I still no.
Canadian version.
No, still no.
Yes, I would like some more Queer as Folk updates.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. 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 You can watch it, but no. Not for me. There was too much Queer as Folk when it was still making episodes. As far as I was concerned.
No, I think it was wonderful. And again, but that's a different genre.
And that wasn't Cinemax. That was Showtime, wasn't it?
No, it was on Cinema. It may have been Showtime. I don't know. It was part of the I had to pay extra for it.
Oh, well, yeah, there's a few channels. HBO, Showtime, Cinemax. But yeah, let's double check that because now I'm curious. Because that happens to me. And it is Showtime.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, that was a Showtime program.
At least I just remembered it was $25 out of my second check each month.
Yeah. No, I mean, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it would be nice to see some good freaking TV. I am sick of reality.
No, Shannon, you're not even allowed to go to movies with me. Like, I would duct tape you.
What?
Guessing 10 minutes into a movie how it ends. No, you get duct tape for that.
Like, what's bad is when I see the setup.
Yeah, no. See, no. If I can sit there 10 minutes into a movie and not say anything because I already figured out how this ends, you can too.
Well, first of all, how many shows do we watch together?
Not many, because it's hard to, like, some shows you will sit there and binge, and other shows it's like one episode a year.
Uh-huh.
I cannot, I'm sorry, I've given up on you and watching American Horror Story. It's never going to happen.
Well, the new one we can sit down and watch because it's coming off of Coven, so we'll probably find it interesting. Murder House was too predictable.
But it was good.
It was good, but I'm like, yeah, that one's dead. Yeah, that one's dead too.
Yeah, first season. Come on.
Okay.
Second season got better. Asylum
did get better. That was actually a better show.
Yes.
You know. And then there is Coven, which we can watch anytime you want, honey. The Adventures of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
No.
Yes, let's love watch that.
Really? No.
Yes.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love me some Salem. But that was really the only reason I watched that show. Yeah, no. That was it. That's the entirety. Like, I just showed up for Salem.
Okay.
Like, if just give the fucking cat a show.
You're thinking of the TV show.
Yes.
No, I'm thinking of the new Hulu show.
Don't care. I'm saying give Salem a show. The cat deserves a show.
Okay. I'm talking about the new one, not the old 90s sitcom. Into the Badlands. Haven't checked that out yet, but we'll take that recommendation.
Peaky Blinders was good. Love that.
Okay.
That, and granted, that's kind of very sexual, but anyway. But no, Peaky Blinders was good. Because like this is stuff I've recently gotten through. Like not too recently. That was like 4 months ago. But yeah.
Crap, what was the other one you were watching and it didn't end, or was that upload?
Which one? How soon?
You thought it was like 6 episodes, and at 4 o'clock in the morning when I took a break and walked in expecting you to be asleep and get your glasses.
That was Upload.
I haven't watched the new Charm. I hated the old Charm. Like with a
See, there was a point in my life I liked Charmed, then I dated someone that obsessively watched it repeatedly without it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hated Charmed.
Well, I hated Charm because it comes on at 7 o'clock in the morning on TBS.
But multiple other times per day.
Yeah, and then it would come back on the same episode. I would fall asleep about 7:15, 7:30. When I wake up at 1, I could finish the episode. No, I'm done with it.
Aww.
Well, sorry, you got yelled at for it. Let's go check it out.
Hold on, though. But if you keep ruining movies in the first 10 minutes, I just personally, like, my sympathy is low for you.
How much correction will I have to do with it, Sharon?
I'm being evil. I'm being evil. You should not be yelled at for that.
Yeah. She's saying that the new one is better than the old one. My question is, how much correction do I have to do with it?
As in, like, how much do you have to adjust to?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that can get a little crazy. That can get a little crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah.
Well, Fine Girls are OG. Now, one thing that is kind of pissing off a lot of people is Jeffree Star's new makeup, which I'm actually interested in.
Okay, but aren't we kind of sure that one was a lesbian before?
Like that, because they went through 3 sets of girls.
I know, but like, really? I don't think the lesbian thing is all that much of a shocker. Now, non-white, I think is kind of cool. I could get behind that.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
I know a lot of witches of color that'll kick anybody's ass and forget the happy, happy, joy, joy, float across the grass crap.
Well, yeah, there's that. Well, but then that kind of gets into the whole, like, coven thing, which is where you're at anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, but no. Oy. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were going into
Jeffree Star's new makeup called Cremated.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, his best male palette he's put out.
Well, it's a really nice palette. I think a lot of people are getting upset about the timing. Without understanding that, yeah, that's unfortunate that it's dropping right now. It's just one of those, like, hi, this has been in process.
Yeah, so September.
Yeah. You don't, just, like, bleh, a palette.
Right.
Like, long before we had the global situation and so many people dying and being cremated. Yeah, unfortunately.
But at the same time, if we look at the palette itself, this is probably out of all the palettes come out, because, Manny Mooch put out a palette, Laura Leak has put out a palette, there's rumor that Jacqueline will be putting out a palette, and they're always crap. I'll be honest, they're crap in colors. I am not wearing green eyeshadow, or purple, or blue, or yellow. Ever. Even when I was on drag, I didn't wear those colors.
Well, true. Okay. I don't know. But no, like, yeah, you were telling me that a lot of people wanted it to be like, neon 80s, and I was like, ew.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no. Some things don't need to come back. 80s makeup is one of them.
Exactly.
But I wonder though, is this like a Stranger Things influenced culture phenomenon? Stranger Things set in the 80s. really got into heavy on, like, wonderfully so for a throwback program. Really got into the 80s for as its time period that it's set in. Really did a great job as one program. Then you turn around and Why Women Kill, part of it is set in the 80s. You have oh god, what was the other program I watched a little while back? Oh man, I cannot remember that one. It was really nice. It was a German program that had been dubbed.
So, Sharon, if you're still with us, answer this question. In your eyeshadow selections, do you choose bright neon colors, or do you choose browns and grays and whites and blacks?
Like, I've got to look this one up now.
Okay.
I'm trying to throw spaghetti at a wall though. Cave, boy missing. Oh, what was that? Germantown and Netflix series. There we go. That's what I wanted. I remember it being Netflix. Dark. That's what it was. That show was friggin' awesome. But again, part of it is set in the 80s. And we're starting to see a lot of that, of shows that are spanning multiple time periods. It kind of, and then a lot of retrospective shows like we had with Feud, which spanned a very long time period.
Right. And, she's like me. She chooses natural earth tones, smoky tones, and a little shimmer. She doesn't touch neons. Nobody likes neon eyeshadows unless they're, of course, walking down the Vegas Strip. And who's paying $60 for makeup to walk down a Vegas Strip once every 2 years?
Well, but then there's also, like, teenage girls. Like, because here's the joy of youth. You can throw anything on your face and still look pretty. Then you hit a certain age and it's like, oh, no, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. Can't wear that.
All right.
Just because it's like, ooh, no, bad things.
Right. But I also think this is really showing our fear of death right now. As a society.
Well, and that's nothing new. We've had this conversation. You watch an entire YouTuber.
Yes, I follow our YouTuber over it.
Yes. And like, we've gotten into this idea death is unnatural and you want no part of it, and it's just supposed to be this really, like, awkward thing.
Exactly. Sharon makes the great point. We don't need to be trying to look like Mimi from Drew Carey on some of these neon shades.
Hey,
exactly.
But you know what? That character alone, worth it. And I'm talking about it from the perspective of that is a hell of a cultural icon. Like, all she had to do was say Mimi and everyone knew.
Yeah.
I didn't need Drew Carey. All you had to say was Mimi. I know who Mimi is. We know who Mimi is. Everyone knows who Mimi is.
Yeah. For her terrible makeup. And that's what they're trying to make the popular and sell it as such a great thing.
But it was also very cool. When you stop and think about it, like, you got to give that show credit for the fact that she was wearing hideous, god-awful shades of makeup.
Right.
There was a makeup artist paid to put that on her. And to do it with intent.
And like, beer goggles.
Well, because the joke is, like, how garish the color is. Not how, like, crappy the character is as a person. Granted, okay, Mimi's kind of nasty, but only towards Drew mostly. But that's aside the whole line.
Right. But we saw such an influence from that, though. or at least my side of the world did. The drag community, dear freaking gods, every camp queen around had blue eyeshadow. Blue eyeshadow.
Well, but you also run into periods in which everyone wore it. And if you're trying to match an actress of a certain period or a personality of a certain period, yeah, you're wearing blue.
Yeah, not happening.
A lot of blue.
No, not happening.
Aw.
Sorry. Cremated, probably.
Well, I would wear cremated, but people would keep trying to stick me in a freezer. No,
I actually think we may do a YouTube video one day of me doing your makeup. Once we find makeup you can use.
Yeah, that's going to be a big problem too.
Yeah. Either that or I can just pump you up with Benadryl and set you in a chair.
No. 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 Not cool.
Okay.
Not cool. Not cool. That's like rub me down. That's like pump me full of Benadryl and rub me down in aloe.
Or liquid latex.
Or that. Yeah.
I haven't. And the reason I haven't tried Anastasia of Beverly Hills is I have a real hard time. Like, I really got to like a makeup line to spend $60 on a palette with a year shelf life.
What he's trying to say is he's very frugal. And in this household, as Jeannie Robertson would put it, we spell that CHEAP.
Yeah. I did try some of the Kat Von D stuff when it first came out. I liked it, but it never stayed on long enough.
Oh, Kat Von D?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I heard that got panned.
Yeah, that was crap.
Yeah. Yeah. Even I heard that one.
Yeah. The problem I'm currently having is the brand that I used to use was New York Wet and Wild. It's not the same as crap.
CAP.
Yeah,
but
so
no,
I searched for a good foundation for long wear on oily, complex skin.
Well, but the point you had made about that is that for a very long time there, a lot of inexpensive / cheap makeup was actually really good.
Yeah.
That it was actually a lot better than you would have thought.
Right.
Given the price. But then apparently cheap makeup became its namesake. It became cheap.
Yeah. And it's like e.l.f. It used to be a Mondo great brand for male skin. It sucks. And we found that out.
Well, yeah, you've run into some issues.
Yeah. I've had foundation I've put on, and 2 hours later, it's just melting the fuck off. And I'm like, what the hell's this crap?
Yeah.
And that's with the hairspray primer. Ooh,
someone's got to hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Okay, where are we at?
We're having glitter bear time.
Yes, that's what we are technically doing. It's glitter bear hour.
Yes.
We
don't have extra time recap. We have glitter bear time.
Yeah. It is. It is. But no, yeah. So yeah, he is technically the glitter bear. I'll play with fingernail polish.
Yeah.
Oh. Apparently she has a box and she's seeing if there's anything you might want. Ooh,
a Lipsy box. But no, it's very hard nowadays to do natural look makeup. That's what I'm seeing that you're able to do with cremated is natural look makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, theoretically. I mean, because I mean, there's some other colors in that palette that are not necessarily natural.
Right.
Nah, it's not going to come out natural.
It won't come out natural. It'll come out a little highlighted if you do it right.
Yeah.
But, you know, a lot of them brands that had male makeup never really launched them. Now, those Lipsy box, that's sounding kind of interesting.
I think it's an Ipsy box, isn't it?
Is it an Ipsy box?
I see IPSY.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that could be a cool thing. But no, that was a big problem you had, was that a lot of companies were touting their male makeup lines, and then
where are they? Avon. You know, I used to buy Avon makeup, and they were touting this lovely new male line of makeup. Never came the fuck out.
What? And wasn't CoverGirl doing the same thing?
CoverGirl's doing the same thing, but CoverGirl isn't made for male skin. It melts off in 3 hours.
Well, and maybe that's part of the problem.
Right.
Is that for your perspective, at least, is what you're trying to do is not just like, you know, show up and look pretty.
Right.
It's like show up, look pretty, but also be able to do stuff.
Right. And
like you're looking for more of an active wear.
Well, I'm looking for full coverage, active wear, long lasting. And apparently that's hard to find anymore from the staples. Because we've tried Revlon, we've tried Wet n Wild, we've tried oh god, what was that one? BBC beauty something, the cream stuff that I originally started out with that made me look like I was wearing clay.
Well, and you've tried Elf.
I've tried Elf, did not like it.
Like, we've been through a few.
Yeah.
And most of them are like, yeah, it looks great when it goes on.
Yeah, it looks amazing when it goes on.
And
2 hours
then
later, it looks like, dear God, what do you put on your face?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I may have to go with Highlanders. No, I wear champagnes and mauves.
Well, those are kind of brownish.
Yeah.
You are kind of brownish.
Yeah. Brown plums.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but do you get a good selection out of the Ipsy boxes? Do you like it? Subscription?
Oh, sorry, lip shades. Yeah, you're more in the darker colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More plums, though.
Yeah.
Champagne-y.
Well, but be careful with plum. Plum is a totally different color.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, my purse is in there. You can run and grab my lipstick and see what shade it is.
Do what now?
My lipsticks are right there on the bookshelf.
Okay. Well, I shall return.
It's in my purse, front pocket.
Oh, yeah, it's totally not where you said it was. I got the zebra pack. Is it in the... Yeah, it's in the zebra pack. No, it's not. I lied. That is something else entirely.
Yeah.
That's
my photo pack.
No, I don't know where your stuff is.
Heck.
I swear. You're a very disorganized bear. My God. Oh, God, he breaks out the case. Oh. But no, apparently Shannon likes it a lot, and what I don't use for myself, I can let kids play with or give out as gifts for birthdays and holidays. Very cool. Oh, no. Oh. He gonna be a minute.
I am.
Oh, gosh. Is it really that much stuff at this point?
Yes. Most of it is products that has to get thrown away.
Uh-huh.
There's the crappy stuff I bought from Dollar General.
Oh yeah, no, that's garbage. That was a bad life choice. That was a really bad life choice. Really, one lipstick, you can't find one.
I have 3. Well, actually, I remember about the polish and lip to match. This is what I normally wear on lips. It's that tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they didn't match.
No.
Like, that's been the other trauma, is the number of painted nail polish bottles. We did not understand this.
Yeah. They are not the color.
Yeah. Like, the color painted on the bottle is nothing like what's in it.
Right.
Or doesn't have to be anything like what's in it.
Right.
Yeah, we weren't getting that. It took us a couple of bottles for him before it was like, oh my God, now I get it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I wasn't prepared for that. Someone needed to pull me aside and explain. Things have changed. But yeah. Oh, good Lord, how much makeup is there?
Makeup.
Do I know?
Oh my God, I look like I'm old. Let's fix this crap.
Yes.
Yeah. But no, I may do a get ready with me video one of these Mondays. What do you think? Ideas? Y'all like that? Let us know in the comments. Well, guys, we're going on 2 hours, so we're going to lock it up here. I am going to check out the Ipsy boxes and see what they look like, see if maybe they have products I want to try. Also, I'm looking for witchy boxes that you guys would like to see me unbox.
Ooh, yeah, because you had a good time with the unboxing.
I did have a good time with the unboxings. I had a great time with Dorothy Morrison's mystery box. Really like their products. It's still on sale. If you haven't seen my video for it.
Oh, there's a Betty Boop box.
Ooh.
That could be fun.
Yeah. So we may be doing some of those. Joe's going to have some techie unboxings. We really should have filmed you opening the Cricut.
I know, but that would have been wide angle because that box was huge.
It is huge.
Oh my God. Like, no one prepared me. I don't know what I expected. I don't know. I thought like a printer box, and this is like humongous compared to a printer box.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you like a nice makeup brand out there that you think works for overly complex skin that's long wear, give me a yell, please, because I am tired of buying them.
There you go.
And then other than that, you guys have a really fantastic night. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and, send us to someone else that maybe wants to look some interesting content.
Absolutely.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.